Stand by with logos.
Lose legal. And cue logo sequence.
Start of game activation. We are on.
Demonstrators.
Yeah, we got a hot one. Everybody at the ready.
And 30 seconds, people.
Hi, I'm Donnie. Nope, got it. This one is chomping at the belt. Oh, you got your panties in a bag? Start the game!
And in the studio, this is not right.
Today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by Buoyant Baby Water Cribs, because waterbeds aren't just for bachelors from the early 80s anymore.
Hang on tight, we're in for a ride. First question. She sounds a little hoarse. If Lady Gaga performed naked on a horse, then let's face it, it's likely. Which lady would she be impersonating? Lady Godiva, Lady Madonna? According to popular legend, Lady Godiva rode through the town of Coventry stark naked to oppose the high taxes imposed by her husband. Doesn't sound much like a lady to me. Gaga may be on a horse, but she'd rather take a ride on your disco stick. Am I getting old? What the hell is a disco stick? I'm sure it's dirty, but in what way? May I introduce... I'm feeling butter, thank you. Suppose I Can't Believe It's Not Butter comes out with a 5 Stages of Grief line of products. After I Can't Believe It's Not Butter, which product would come next in the line? I'm very angry that it's not butter. I've lost all hope because it's not butter. I've come to terms with it not being butter, or I'll do anything to turn it into butter. In the Kubler-Ross model of grief, the 5 stages are denial, followed by anger, then bargaining, depression, and acceptance. And I have to be honest, I'd totally buy a product called I'm Very Angry That It's Not Butter, especially if they got Mel Gibson for the commercials and he was yelling at a piece of toast. This one's known as Mr. Blackwell Meets Mrs. Dash, and it's a dis or dat. I'm gonna read off 7 things. For each one, tell me if it's a kind of spice or a fashion faux pas caused by too tight clothing. If it's a spice, press your X button. If it's a fashion faux pas, press your B button. I understand, no need for instructions. Great. Candle nut, spikenard, camel toe, catnip, mono boob, front butt, Chinese anise. Take a bow. No, don't, you'll split your pants. Now, I know candle nut is just a kind of spice, but I swear once in college, I saw something disturbing that perfectly fits that description. Everybody quattro, hey! Here we have Thou Shalt Not Veg. Which of these shows would not violate one of the 10 commandments? Wife swap, Prison Break, American Idol, or Diagnosis Murder? Thou shalt not break out of prison is not one of the 10 commandments. So if you're ever in prison and you decide to break out, just know that God is totally behind you.
Where's the vibe, girl? Rock my world, girl. Ooh, yeah.
Next up, did you catch the mugger's mug? Something feels off today. I can't quite put my thumb on it. Let's see. I came in yelling at the staff. I threw jelly donuts at the craft services guy. I burned money in front of my director to reflect my higher status. It's been an average day. Oh, I know. I haven't read my fortune cookie from last night.
Cookie, fortune flip, cookie, master.
Okay. Here we go. Watch out for those with big egos. Well, considering the sizes of their heads, whom should I be most cautious of? The Statue of Liberty, the Sphinx, the guys on Mount Rushmore, or God on the Sistine Chapel ceiling? Well, this is one riddle you didn't solve. Oh, honestly. With faces about 60 feet tall, the fellas on Mount Rushmore have the largest heads, with the Sphinx coming in second with a 30-foot mug. It's easy to have an ego when you're the biggest thing in South Dakota, or the only thing in South Dakota. Hey, I could go on all day with jokes about South Dakota, like, no, wait, I guess I can't. There isn't really anything else to say about South Dakota. Oh, thank you. That'll bring an end to our first round. And you've got a pretty nice score. It's a shame there's nobody here to share it with. Remember, in round 2, every question is worth double. And don't forget, the wrong answer of the game is still out there waiting for you. Let's move on, shall we? Here's one I like to call, New Jersey Shore is Getting Old. Suppose Snooki and the gang shoot a special edition of MTV's Jersey Shore in South America. If it's set near an actual ocean shore, what might it be called? Paraguay Shore, Bolivia Shore, Mali Shore, or Uruguay Shore? Dude, first of all, that's in Africa. Second of all, it's totally landlocked. And third of all, you're dumb. Ready for this? Uruguay is located on the southeastern coast of South America. I think as a sign of good diplomacy, we owe it to the people of Uruguay to not expose them to the cast of Jersey Shore. I call this one, Why the Long Face, Ann? What could conservative spokesperson Ann Coulter do to make herself coltier? Age about 10 years, sterilize herself, get a sex change, or shave her mane? Oh, sorry. Barfed in my mouth a little there. One right answer coming up. A colt is a young male horse, so the first thing Ann should do would be to get a sex change. She's halfway there. She's got balls.
Looking chickens picking out a mate. Guess I'll marry 8.
How about eHarmony equals MC squared? As you know, I've been single for a while now, and that's great because I love having me time 24 hours a day. But I keep seeing these eHarmony ads talking about 29 dimensions of compatibility, but I wonder, maybe it's not scientific enough. If eHarmony pre-screened people based on the number of space-time dimensions identified in modern string theory, what would I have to look forward to? 1 worthless dimension of compatibility, 11 dimensions of decent compatibility, 33 dimensions of amazing compatibility, or 99 dimensions of orgasmic compatibility? You're having enough trouble with 3 dimensions. Let's leave the other 30 out of it, okay? Here's where the money is. According to M-theory, an expansion of string theory, there are 11 possible space-time dimensions. So with its 29 dimensions of compatibility, eHarmony kicks string theory's ass. Oh, that settles it. I'm signing up for eHarmony right now. Okay, let me just check out the website on my phone here. A 45-minute questionnaire? Oh, that.
Scrolling through the park with the sarsaparilla. For me, it's not
This one's called A Fun String Theory Question. Which of these children's string games would the girls in the Crucible be suspected of playing? Cat's Cradle, Apache Door, Sea Snake, or Witch's Broom? Smart people choose this. The Crucible by Arthur Miller is about the Salem witch trials. Man, it must have been crazy to live in a time where everyone was really paranoid and suspected every other person of being a terrorist. I'm glad we live in today. No, and cats don't belong in a cradle. But you know what does? Water, like in a water crib. Just like the one you won from Buoyant Baby Water Cribs. Buoyant Baby Water Cribs. Your baby will drown in comfort. This wrong answer of the game has earned you a sweet 8,000 clams. Well done.
Hold me, never let me go.
Am I dreaming?
Try this on for size. Hedwig and the Angry Grinch. Let's say that the size of a normal heart is large. By the end of How the Grinch Stole Christmas, what size is the Grinch's heart? Small, medium. That heart is getting too big. It's gonna blow. This would have worked. The Grinch's heart starts out 2 sizes too small and then grows 3 sizes that day. So it would have gone from small, 2 sizes less than large, up to extra large, 3 sizes up from small. And if you don't think an organ can shrink and grow like that, you've never seen me in a swimsuit. Brace yourself. Oh, do you need to be somewhere? My mistake. Here's your clue. BFFs. These twosomes are thick as thieves. Good luck. That's all she wrote! I've pulled out the dictionary here at the studio so I can read the definition of average. Here we go. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Average. Adjective. Hey, who taped a picture of me next to average? Who did it?
You don't know Jack!
That'll do it, folks. What's going on, Donnie?
Okay, we've got one contestant. Let's get moving, people.
Okay, you're ready on set.
Move it along, right. Let's go, people.
Along the lines of being very, very funny. But at this point in my life, I'm not looking.
Today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by Fatmouth Fascist Fish, the animatronic fish that's sweeping the nation. He sings, he moves, he hates democracy. Fatmouth Fascist Fish.
Okay, let's see what happens. Right off the top, architecture. I'm having a beer party this weekend. It's just like other parties except with beer. Suppose I fashion an archway of different beer cases. Where should I put the keystone? Bottom middle case, bottom right case, top middle case, or bottom left case? Look, people are going to be tripping all over the place if there's a case of beer in the bottom middle of my archway. It's so obvious. The keystone is the apex of the arch, locking the other pieces in position. I also plan to fashion a decorative harp out of cases of harp. Why not try? In the beginning, there was candy. Which of these candy names best describes a supernova? Ring Pop, Starburst, Milky Way, or Airhead? When a star explodes, it's called a supernova. And it may leave behind a red dwarf, which is awesome because red is my favorite flavor. Here's a good one. J-Wo. If you have a JPEG of JLo and it's of a place on JLo's body that matches what the J in JPEG stands for, what do you have a digital picture of? Jennifer Lopez's junk, Jennifer Lopez's jaw, Jennifer Lopez's joint, or Jennifer Lopez's jacket? J-Lo, J-No. Now pay attention. JPEG, the most common of digital photograph formats, stands for Joint Photographic Experts Group. So you'd have a picture of her joints, perhaps a sexy knuckle or a hot elbow. Of course, a single photograph isn't what you want. What you want is a nice 2-hour moving picture such as Gigli or Monster-in-Law. Yeah, that's what you want. Bucker up for Toys R. Kelly, and it's a this or that. I'm gonna read off 7 things. For each one, tell me if it's the name of an R. Kelly album or a toy you'd find at Toys R Us. If it's an R. Kelly album, press your X button. If it's a toy from Toys R Us, press your B button. Oh, you already know how to play. Fine. Chocolate Factory, Marshmallow Blaster, Water Pop Blaster, 12 Play, Rockstar Bounce House, Double Up, Rock and Roll Girls. On the one hand, you could say you did close enough to getting them all right. On the other hand, wasn't close enough R. Kelly's legal defense? I heard Toys R Us was going to sell an R. Kelly action figure. It's the only action figure that can't get within a 20-mile radius of children.
Where's the vibe, girl? Rock my world, girl. Ooh, yeah.
Up next, the primordial bread bowl. If Panera honored the prehistoric supercontinent that consisted of all the continents smushed together with a sandwich that smushed all of Panera's sandwiches together, what would it be called? Panera's Pancetta Panini? Panera's Panacea Panini? Panera's Pandora Panini? Pangea is the landmass that before continental drift was comprised of all the major continents. And like the Pangea, once it's in your stomach, it splits apart and rapidly drifts toward your South Pole. That'll wrap up round 1. And you're sitting pretty for someone so ugly. Don't forget, all the questions in round 2 are worth double. And remember, our wrong answer of the game is still out there waiting to be picked. Let's get back to the action. Next up, Sham-Ow! I assume you've seen those commercials for the slap chop and the ShamWow. Say you have a horrible kitchen accident and kill someone with a slap chop. If one ShamWow soaks up 25 ounces of liquid as advertised and your victim has 11 pints of blood, how many ShamWows will you need? 8 ShamWows, 18 ShamWows, 20... Watch how much of your cash I can soak up with this ShamWow. Where's that confounded right answer? There are 16 ounces in a pint, thus the math comes out to about 7.04 ShamWows to do the job. So to play it safe, you'd want to use 8. Now to get rid of the body, you're going to want to go with the Ronco 5-tray electric food dehydrator and beef jerky maker. May I introduce Enfuego? Anybody who knows me knows I enjoy 3 things: waffles, children's toys, and spaghetti sauce. Not necessarily in that order. And speaking of order,
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
and because this one's a little tougher, I'm giving out a $1,000 bonus to anybody who gets it right. Put these products in chronological order based on the year they were first introduced. Lego Prego Eggo, Eggo Lego Prego, Prego Lego Eggo, or Lego Eggo Prego. Legos were invented in the early 1930s and hit the market in 1949. Eggo waffles were the first frozen waffles, and they were invented in 1953. And Prego pasta sauce came way later in 1981. You just picked up an extra $1,000 for that. But if I had to pick just one, I'd pick the waffles, because you could theoretically build a toy spaceship out of waffles. And waffles taste pretty good on spaghetti.
Lordin' chickens picking out a mate. Guess I'll marry 8.
It's time for Don't Eat the Brown Aspic. Which of these jam bands is singing a song about jam? Moe's singing My Mashed Fruit, Pulp and All. Widespread Panic singing I'll Heat You to a Paste. The Grateful Dead singing Fruit Juice, Gel of Love. Or Fish singing You're Bitter. I'm sure if Jerry Garcia were here, he'd flip you the one birdie had left. Here's what you meant to pick. Jam is made of fruits mashed whole, whereas jelly is made of fruit juice. Marmalade is often bitter, and Jell-O jigglers jiggle. So why is it when you're hanging outside a Moe concert, all you can find to eat is a sandwich made of organic mushrooms, hemp, and 7-grain bread?
Strolling through the park with the sarsaparilla. For me, I'm not right.
Take a good look at the Fast and the Gaseous. What would Vin Diesel have to do if he wanted to change his name to Vin Unleaded Gasoline? Beef himself up to become heavier and oilier? Become more refined as an actor? Put more energy into his work? Or stop being so crude? Not to be crude, but that was un-f***ing believable. You're f***ed. The correct answer is gasoline goes through more of a refining process than diesel fuel. You can't refine Vin Diesel. He's too tough and reckless to tame, just like me. Oops, my rose hip tea is ready.
Hold me, never let me go.
Am I dreaming?
And on its way, Caribbean blue humor. What's the capital city of the Turks and Caicos Islands? Petersore, Dickhurt City, Peckersting, or Cockburn Town? Yep, Cockburn Town is the capital of the sunny Caribbean islands of Turks and Caicos. So if you go, make sure you take plenty of ointment. Step right up. Oh, I'll just shut my mouth then. Here's your clue. Ante up. I've got antes in my panties. No, wait, that's gross. Good luck. There you have it! You did pretty average. You could have done worse, I suppose. There's an old saying, if the summer sun knocks on your door in mid-November and you hide in the bathroom and pretend no one's home, there may come a day when the badger sings a song of such sadness that no Presbyterian-minded young librarian will ever rent a jet ski again. Now, you're probably thinking, what does that mean? To which I respond, Exactly. Exactly.
Nice work, folks. Donnie, what's going on?
Okay, give me a